Britain's Prime Minister is trying to close ranks in his party. Around 30 Conservative MPs do not want to change the current Brexit deal. With an urgent appeal, the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson wants to convince the critics in his own ranks of his controversial Brexit course. Let's get the EU to take its threats off the table. Let's get this law through, support our negotiators and protect our country, Johnson wrote in a guest post for the UK Telegraph. With the so-called Internal Market Act, Johnson wants to drill into the already valid Brexit deal. The EU condemned this as a violation of the law and called on Great Britain to give it up by the end of September at the latest, which the British government immediately rejected. Johnson has been criticised even within his own ranks. According to a report in the Times, up to 30 MPs from his Conservative Party want to vote against the amendment law. In his contribution, Johnson raises serious allegations against the EU. The EU would be planning to set up a food blockade between Northern Ireland and the rest of Great Britain. In other words, significantly restrict the import of food between the different parts of the country. In its current form, the current deal enables the EU to have such powers, and Chief Negotiator Michel Barnier would have threatened to exhaust them, Johnson claims. That would put Britain's sovereignty and cohesion at risk. The Northern Ireland question is so contentious because a hard border between Northern Ireland and the EU state Ireland should be avoided at all cost. And I made a video about this topic alone already, and once again, as I said it, this food blockade stuff is just one thing, utter nonsense. While Parliament is to vote on the controversial law in London, the EU's long-stalled negotiations with Great Britain on the trade pact will continue next week in Brussels. In response to Johnson's threats, EU Economic Affairs Commissioner Paolo Gentiloni said the EU could cope with the failure of the trade talks. We are prepared to deal with an exceptionally negative outcome of this discussion. Gentiloni said they are very concerned about recent developments. It is now up to Great Britain to restore the EU's confidence. The leaders of the European Parliament also expressed concern on Friday evening. Should the British authorities violate the withdrawal agreement through the British Single Market Act or threaten to violate it, whether in its current form or otherwise, the European Parliament will under no circumstances ratify an agreement between the EU and the United Kingdom, it said in one explanation. This week, both sides had already discussed the trade agreement for the 8th time, but again without any concrete results. It is supposed to regulate the economic relations from January 2021. Then the Brexit transition period ends, during which Great Britain is still part of the single market and customs union. Without a contract, there is a risk of tariffs and major trade barriers. And if you now want to know more about European politics, YouTube has chosen another of my videos right here for you in the end screen, right next to your chance to subscribe to my channel. I hope you already have done so. If you want to support my channel, please don't forget to share the link to the video. And if you want to support my videos even more, I just joined Patreon. You find the link in the description. I'll see you in my next video. Click and enjoy. Viel Spaß!